It's another Big Ten team playing a power conference opponent, Nebraska and Cincinnati. This game's at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. So that should help Nebraska. The proximity obviously favoring the Huskers. Offensively last year, we saw Nebraska struggle a little bit. They brought in Dana Holgorsen initially as a consultant. Now he's the first full-time offensive coordinator, I should say, for Nebraska. Going against the Cincinnati team under Scott Satterfield hadn't been great these first couple of years, winning just 8 games. What do you expect now with Holgorsen as the full-time guy running this offense? What do you think this is going to look like?
Yeah, first of all, I think this is a great game for Nebraska. You know, it's not at home. It's against a team, obviously, that you have to prepare for. I mean, Cincinnati is a good football program, and they will give Nebraska everything they have, especially early in the game. I find this really interesting, and this isn't a pun, but I wonder if Nebraska is running towards an offense that Wisconsin is running away from. I know it's not called the air raid in Lincoln, and they've kind of damage control that whole idea. But for Nebraska and Wisconsin, Nebraska to be a physical offense, the offensive line has to be physical. And regardless of run-pass ratio, let's say they throw the ball 50% of the time and run the ball 50% of the time. That doesn't mean that you're a physical offense. It's the blocking schemes of these teams that make you a physical offense and helps your defense. So my point is, if they're going to be zone right, zone left, like Wisconsin was for the last 2 years, so now I'm saying if Nebraska does that type of run game and there's no gap schemes and there's no double teams at the point of attack, regardless of the run-pass ratio, they're not going to be a physical offense, and their defense isn't going to be a physical defense. So I say all that to say we don't really know if this is going to be a physical Nebraska offense. Just because they call a lot of runs or equal amount of runs doesn't really mean they might be. So I think the storyline going in there, other than Dylan Raiola going into a second year, is what does the offensive line play look like? And if it's gap schemes, if it's counter plays, if it's those type of things, then I think it's close to what Nebraska has always been. Not an I formation, not running the ball 60 or 70% of the time, but a physical offensive line that can run and pass 50%.
And I know you say a lot of that as a means of previewing the defense as well, and they had a change there. Tony White, the defensive coordinator, moving on. You got a new DC there in John Butler. They've been so good defensively, Jerry, but they're kind of rebuilding the front a bit. What are you watching on that side of the ball for the Huskers outside of the physicality portion you were talking about?
Right. I wasn't at camp. You obviously was. So I don't have a good feel for their defensive front. I do know that the defensive front gets their personality from the offensive front, because they will go against their own offensive line more than they will go against any other offensive line during the season when you look at spring practice, preseason, and getting ready for the first game. So don't have a great feel for their defense. Tony White did a terrific job. Coach Butler's a really good coach. I'm guessing they're not going to change all that much. But as you say, they'll have a good defense at the end of the day at Nebraska.
It should be an interesting test for them. And, of course, one of the big storylines is going to be, if it's a close game, does Nebraska pull it out? It feels like we've been talking about that as a storyline for the better part of the last decade. But 3-10, as we know, in one-score games under Matt Rule. Win some of those games this year, and you could have the kind of season they're talking about in Lincoln. He's increased by 4 wins each of his first 2 stops as a college head coach in year 3. That would be 11 wins for Nebraska this year, and that would mean you're playing in the college football playoff.